Aloha, this is Tom Lesher with the weekly Pele Report. This is an astrological forecast, usually from the big island of Hawaii, but right now I'm up here on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, and I'm down here at the docks. This is June 22nd. We have just had the longest day of the year. The sun set around 10 o'clock last night. It's not getting dark very early. It was the longest day of the year. It's beautiful. Beautiful time to be near the water, on the water. The sun has gone into the sign of Cancer, and it is making a very beautiful trine to Neptune, the god of the oceans. So we've got the sun in a water sign, trining Neptune in Pisces, another water sign, right next to Chiron. Going on all this week, the sun is trine this Neptune-Chiron conjunction. However, this weekend, it comes up to a square with Uranus in Aries on Saturday, and then it comes into an opposition with Pluto on Sunday. So it looks like a pretty intense kind of a weekend coming up here, folks. And let me go into that a little further because it's very much tied in with. I'm kneeling down on a concrete pier here. It's very much tied into this whole situation that's going on with the new beginnings. If you've been listening to my past Pele reports, we had the sun enter the sign of Aries along with a number of other planets back in March and April. And it was exactly conjunct Uranus March 21st. If you can think back to that last couple of weeks, that last week of March, that would be the time when you maybe had a conception of a new idea, of a new liberating plan, where you were going to open, you were going to start something new, you were going to begin something. There's a very powerful new beginning that happened there in March and April. And now we're coming around. After that conjunction, it's like a seed was planted in the spring. Let's say that that seed was taking off on a sailboat over an ocean voyage. And so, you got your boat and you loaded up your food and you got your people together and you set sail, and now is this time. This is like the first test. The sun comes around to that 90-degree square of Uranus, and it comes into that opposition with Pluto. And we've got this solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse cycles coming, and going in, and they bring in a new surprise, a new impulse, something that maybe we didn't take into account. Maybe, when you were planning, you were not aware of the tidal flow. Like up here, the tide will rise and fall like 7 feet. You may find yourself waking up, on dry land one morning, okay, if you weren't aware of the tides. Or let's say that you stopped, on an island along your voyage and, picked up another passenger, someone who needed a ride, somewhere, and you picked them up and you added a new crew member. You get this idea, yeah? Uranus brings in something new, something unpredictable, something unexpected. And we want to stay in that state of consciousness that it's all good, that this is actually purposeful, that Uranus is our unconscious wanting us to learn something, get something, break out of some old habit or old pattern, old way of doing things, and open up to a much greater reality. So, whether your boat is, whether you woke up and your boat is on shore in the mud flats, or whether you picked up a new passenger just, these last couple of weeks or something, and, your whole trip has, taken a different turn than you expected, yeah? You want to just really stay in this space that it's good. And staying in the space that it's good also implies, it involves a certain amount of, like I spoke of earlier, we've got a lot of water going on here. Mars Mars is now in Gemini, squaring this Neptune, squaring this Chiron. This is a very good time to be going on vacation. This is a very good time to be feeling, to be spending time with your family, to be taking care of your personal needs, and to really not be dealing with a lot of pressure, needing to communicate, needing to, transfer files and get to the office and make sure that everything is done and complete and this, that, and the other thing. Mars in Gemini leads to arguments, leads to high blood pressure, and just a lot of overly. If you are overly stimulating your mental nervous system during these days with this Mars square Neptune and Mars square Chiron, it's a signal. It's a signal that you may be taking care of other people. You may be taking care of business. You may be reaching too far outside yourself for fulfillment. This is a month while the sun is in Cancer to go inward, to feel your personal needs, to establish a personal feeling foundation, and be secure within yourself. The danger, the potential pull is this Pluto in Capricorn, and you can really feel it on Sunday. Sun opposes Pluto in Capricorn, yeah? And that is going to be this pull. Whether it's the boss, whether it's the job, whether it's the outside world, this whole thing is that, how do I put this? It's just like the challenge will be that you either try to seek your security, stability, and identity outside of yourself. Tell me who I am. Give me a sense of purpose. Give me a sense of meaning. Give me a sense of, looking to your job, looking to society, looking to the boss, looking to the outside world or outside authorities. Instead of, this is a time where it's really time to pull in and to feel connected, to feel unified, and to be reaching, I would say, horizontally instead of vertically. Let's say, I'm sorry, to be reaching vertically through your core, through your Sushumna, raising the Kundalini, doing your meditations with a nice straight spine, and reaching up to source, reaching down to the core of the earth, towards Gaia. Yeah. Instead of looking outside yourself in this dimension, looking into the mirror to see who you are or what you need or what's going on, or to gain a sense of fulfillment or a sense of meaning outside yourself. So Mars in Gemini can just get, very distracted, very active. It's a lot of movement, a lot of motion. And of course, you can get a tremendous amount done. You can, Mars in Gemini, the positive aspect of that is teaching, sharing, speaking your truth in the moment, in the now, and really getting your point across in a clear, direct way. And that point may be that you need a vacation, that you need some time off, that you need to go swimming, that you need to see your children, that you need to take care of yourself. The more you take care of yourself during this time period and face these surprises and maybe the sidewind, or the where you get maybe blown off course or something like that, it's a time of really staying in your core, breathing, staying relaxed, feeling into the deepest parts of yourself, and pulling up that reserve for patience, for endurance, and opening your heart to whatever situation you're surrounded with right now, even though it's not what you expected, it's not what you anticipated, it's probably more intense and a little more scary than what you set out for, or thought was going to be. But the mantra for this week is, just repeat this over and over and over again: Life never gives you more than you can handle. Never, ever, ever, ever. You want to take it as a compliment from Spirit, a compliment from Creator, that if you are getting overwhelmed by your life, it's because you are bigger, more significant, more powerful, and more awesome than you thought. Otherwise, life would not be dishing you up such a full platter. So enjoy your banquet, enjoy your feast, and I will talk at you again next week. Namaste, aloha, au revoir. If I can find out how to turn this thing off. Aloha, bye bye.